Hi, ladies. Good morning. All right, so let me just put this here. All right, 15 minutes of yes or no has started now. Just make sure you guys are reading the pin message, follow rules, directions, whatever you want to call them. Just read. Yes. What are your girls' plans for today? You don't work today, Cece? A run on the beach sounds good. Sounds great. Yeah, it's a little chilly here. Um, yeah, it's chilly over here. Yeah, that's good. That makes sense. Yeah, it's good to like go outside. Is it cold because of the season? Gym sounds good. Yeah, it's a little chilly over here too. I'm just like, why is it cold? Why is it cold on today? What's your like number, Shannon? You guys should already know to post your like number. Really, it's like 50, 65 degrees all year round, so you don't get like warm weather at all? Oh my God, get the hell out of here. That's crazy, Cece. Even in the summer? That's why I don't know why I thought like the whole like, West Coast was like really warm. All right, let's see for Shannon. Hi, IJ, good morning. Make sure you guys like the stream, please, and thank you. You have the tower. The tower is a no, Shannon. Let me get my pin message on, guys. Give me a second. That's crazy. I thought it was yeah. I mean, I don't mind the cold. If I'm being honest, I don't really mind the cold, but I like, to go to the beach when it's warm. Give me a second, guys. All right, the pin message should be there. So, guys, no love questions or anything related to anyone outside of you. Let me make sure you guys can hear me. All right, audio is on. All right, let's see. For Domini, will I be able to get an interview call of a company that I applied today? You have the Justice and the Moon. Let me just get you one because that's a maybe to me. You got the Devil. That's a no. So I'm getting a no. Hi, Kimberly. How are you? So no love questions, guys, or related to someone outside of you. All right, so this is the donation list so far. Well, it's just Cece's on there. Will I be able to get a job this summer? For Kimberly. Will Kimberly be able to get a job this summer? The Five of Wands, I'm getting a no. So many no's today. You're getting a no right now, but you know, you change the energy. You decide whether you are or not. It's just tarot, it's just energy. Oh, he said he's not reading it. Oh, I'm sure he is. He's saying he's not reading all that because he's in his ego, but I'm sure he did. There's no way. Yeah, I'm sure he read it. All right, we'll see his cards. Be ready soon. He finally met the Queen of Swords. Oh my God. And that didn't we get like some crazy stuff like for the weekend reading? I can't remember what it was. So by the way, guys, I don't know if you read the post, but you guys should read my post that I did put. I put a few up there. Any readings prior to, well, any lives prior to April are all getting removed. I will not have links for them because they're getting like permanently deleted. So if there are any readings that you guys go back to, which I feel like, I mean, I don't go back to old readings, but I know there's a lot of people that do. Just make sure you guys go and screenshot them and save them because I did start deleting yesterday. I mean, I'm starting from like when I first came live, so I still have, it was like almost 900 lives. So yeah, we'll Cece's card be ready soon. And Cece, you can go ahead and post, the Page of Cups is a yes. You can start posting your questions. Yeah, it was close to 900, so I've deleted, I think it was 55 yesterday. I'm gonna see if it's easier to do it like on my iPad, just to, yeah, so yeah. Yeah, so whatever readings, because I can't really say when there will be, but I did start yesterday. So there's any readings you guys go back to, make sure you go as soon as possible, like now, because yeah, there will be no links. I'm permanently deleting them, they're gonna be gone, completely gone. You sent me for 2 questions, I believe, for 2 in-depths. Let me double check. Yeah, you sent me for 2 in-depths. Yeah, that's what I said, Kim. I started from when I first came live, but I can't say if I'm gonna get to all of it today, tomorrow, the next day. I know I'm gonna go back to doing it today. And I have a lot of free time. So if you guys are going to get your videos, you have to do it ASAP. Oh, over time? Shit, I don't know. I don't know if Aaron was genuine. So let's, because that's like a yes or no. So let's just see what were his intentions from the beginning, right? Free yes or no's are already closed, guys. Shit, when I used to look at how much I was spent, like especially on a weekend, whew, let me tell you, I think that's what made me stop too, because I was like, there's no fucking way. All right, so let's see. Mm, was he genuine? Like, what were his intentions from the beginning, right? You want to kind of know, like, what were his intentions? So you spoke to the ex-girlfriend called you. Is this the one that got him supposedly on drugs? Cece, that's so funny. All right, IJ, I will add you. I feel like you either came to me like early last year or late the year before. I want to say like the late the year before. So we have the Hermit. Show me more. The Nine of Pentacles. The 15. I said the 15. The numbers are standing out to me. So you have 9, 9, and 15. Yeah, what does she say? The Death card, the Five of Swords. Oh, I'm gonna tell you right now, he's not in a good place. Um, wait, what? Hold on. Did I not give you a read? Didn't what in one of your reads, I asked you if he had kids because kids were coming up. I remember that, and you was like, "No, he doesn't have kids," and I was like, "Okay, well, maybe he wants kids." Remember, this was early on. Yo, that's crazy. Oh my God. That gave me chills because that's crazy. I remember that reading. You know, I don't be remembering all the readings, but there's certain shit you remember. The Queen of Pentacles, the Strength card. Don't be hard on yourself. Shit happens. And you know, when people are lying and they putting on a facade, I mean, you know, you can't put that on you. Oh, ew, he's a deadbeat. Not a prostitute. He's a deadbeat. Oh my God. The Knight of Cups. The Page of Pentacles. So this is what I'm getting. I feel like he was genuine. Okay, I do feel like he was genuine. I'm not saying this to make you feel better. I just feel like he has past demons or demons in general that he has not worked through, because I have the Hermit, the Nine of Pentacles, right? The Hermit is all about the wisdom you get when you're in solitude. So I know he was just recently incarcerated. I feel like whatever he was supposed to learn while he was in there, he didn't. It's surface level, right? And we all know that what you have to change internally for it to reflect on the surface. And that's what he didn't do. He didn't go deep in. He kind of just thought he changed, like thought that, by doing good, or maybe even like reading a book here and there, or like, you know, even just kind of like that solitude, right? Not getting into trouble. He felt like that was enough. But the devil is here, which is all about your toxic traits, your shadow self, all the bad parts of you, right? Even the addiction parts of you, the sexual desires. The death card is here, which is about transformations. But in that transformation, he kind of just he reversed. I do genuinely feel like he was in this energy that I'm going to change. I've been through a lot, so I'm in a better place. But here goes the Five of Wands again. The conflicts show up, and then there's feeling defeated. There's sneakiness here. I feel like when it came to you, because the Five of Swords also talks about like abusive relationships. So, again, this could be with himself, right? Because I always say, like, you, when you set boundaries, you can't just set them with other people. You have to set them with yourself. And I feel like, again, like he just kind of went back to his old ways. Um, Hold on, let me see. I can't make this shit up if I want it. All of this. Hold on. I'm just in disgust with the whole situation. That little shit bamboo girl. And I feel like it was a thing where he was genuinely trying to show up as something that I feel like deep down he knew he wasn't there yet. But I don't feel like it was purposely to hurt you or to harm you. I just think, and remember, I was seeing that in the reading. Like I was like, he's going to revert back to his old self. Like it just kept showing up. You're showing up as the Queen of Pentacles, so very nurturing, very loving. I feel like what attracted him to you wasn't just the physical part of you, but also internally, like who you are as a person. And I don't feel like there was interest in a sense of like, oh, she's stable. Like, I'm going to use her for what she has. I don't get that from him. I just think, look at how he's showing up as pages and knights, right? The Fool, very carefree. You're the more confident person here. You're the more strong person here, the more passionate one, the one that's more focused, right? I have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is very in and out, up and down, right? Um, Someone who takes inspired action, and this is why I say like I feel like it was genuine, because inspired action to me is when that's a deep soul, like you just get up and I want to call this person because I want to talk to them. I want to be around them because I want to talk. You're not purposely doing something to be around that person or to talk to them, if that makes sense. Like when it comes to inspired action, is something that you just naturally do. Like he will probably just naturally pick up his phone to call you. He didn't plan, like he didn't sit there and be like, you know what, I'm gonna call her at 11:11 so she can think this is like a meant to be. You get what I hope that makes sense. So um I have the Fool here, which is again, I do feel like he was taking a leap of faith when it came to you. He was kind of trusting in the unknown, but we know that the Fool, like he's looking up in the air, but he's about to fall off that cliff. And I feel like he kind of just, yeah, he just wasn't paying attention to what he was doing. You have the Knight of Cups, the Page of Pentacles. To me, this does feel like genuine. Like I was saying, he was naturally following his heart when it came to you. Like, I want to be around her. I want to talk to her. I feel like too with this Ace of Swords is like maybe there was like little shit here and there early on that maybe you noticed but you were not really seeing, so they had to bring you this clarity. The Page of Swords is here, and I do have two pages and 2 nights. So I see him still taking some type of action towards you, maybe to clear the air. Um, but I do feel like, answering your question, I do feel like he was genuine. He just reverted back to his old ways and who he naturally is. Cause me and my best friend, I'm coaching like 4 of my friends and 2 of my family members, 2 of my cousins. And yo, when I literally this weekend, I spent a lot of time on the phone with them, and they caught onto what I was saying like this. And I was like, you just decide. You get up and you decide, I'm going to have a fucking good day. The next day you decide again, this is going to be a great day. And you just keep deciding. And I was like, before you know it, you no longer have to continue to really pay attention to deciding, because you're naturally going to decide. With him, I feel like he was deciding, because that's what we do. We all just make decisions. He was deciding, and then he decided to go back to his old ways, and then it became a habit. And especially when it's an old habit, you kind of you find home in that whole old habit. I don't know anymore. I'm literally about to turn into a lesbian. Oh my God. Listen, do you, but yeah, I don't know. I could never give up on men. I fuck that. And you can post your second question when you're, yeah. There's a lot of different things that you can do. But yeah, like rewiring and refocusing and just kind of like, but yeah, and like I was telling them, I'm like, I make it sound real simple, but it's just, which it is simple, but I'm like, it takes practice. So I'm excited to see where they go with it. I actually have to do 2 calls today. You said I'll bounce back next week. That's funny. Girl, let me say, I had some man sucking on my toes Saturday night. Yo, that's hilarious. Yeah, I can't believe, yo, he has a son. And I remember, yo, that reading where I was like, does he have kids? There was something, I don't remember exactly what, but I just remember asking, like, does he have kids? And you were like, no, he doesn't have kids. And I was like, okay, well, maybe he wants some. All right, let's see. Was mm. Yeah, because why are you lying? Right. Can you talk about Aaron's ex? What she's telling me? Right, let's see. Give us some insight on Aaron's ex. But you know what? If he probably felt like, if I tell her, and I'm not making excuses for him because it's still disgusting. He was probably like, oh, if I tell her, she's gonna probably wonder like, why haven't you seen your kid? Because I'm gonna tell you something. My ex, that's the thing. When he used to drive trucks, so a lot of times he was away. But I remember when he was consistently out here. I remember the last time I was like, when you gonna see Nye? Because it's been like 3 weeks, and I haven't heard you once even mention her. And that's odd to me. And I remember he got mad at me and everything. He's like, oh, I feel like you're trying to say I'm a Debbie. Well, I don't know. Because 3 weeks and you've been gone for like 2 months. So now it's been like almost 3 months since she hasn't seen you. And that's not the first thing you decided to do. That's odd. All right, let's see. What's up with Erin's ex? Give us insight on her. She's telling the truth. The King of Pentacles. The Death card in the reverse. The Page of Pentacles. Okay, I'm gonna call it now. The Eight of Wands in the reverse. See, the thing with them is they run back to each other. they run back to each other. I'm getting like this energy of like wanting change, but it doesn't happen. Like I feel like she may go through long periods of time where she doesn't talk to him, where they don't speak, and I feel like a lot of it is him ghosting, and then they start communicating again. They don't walk away from each other. Like she hasn't walked away from him. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that she has not walked away from him whatsoever. And she could be this King of Pentacles and him that Page of Pentacles. Um, the Knight of Swords, the Moon. I will say that she was impulsive in reaching out. If she is the one that reached out, the Moon is here, which is the Moon is all about things that are not like. So I feel like she's telling you half truths, if that makes sense. Like you don't even know how deep this is. Like she's just only giving you some information to basically be enough for you to kind of let things be. But I think that there's deeper issues here. There's deeper issues here. With the Five of Cups, I feel like she focuses on the spilled milk is what Spirit is saying. Um, I feel like show me this Five of Cups. The Temperance. You know what? I do feel like she genuinely tries to get over him, but she can't. She hasn't let go of the past because the Five of Cups is there. So she has not completely moved on from the past either. Even though she's trying with the Temperance clarifying it, there is a sense of like wanting to heal from this connection, but she's still pretty tied up to him. At least, even if it's not seeing him, because I don't feel like they are seeing each other, but just internally, energetically, yeah, I feel like she is still attached to him. Like the Page of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, I don't think that there's anything going on with them. I don't feel like there is. There's a lot of like no cards here, a lot of like distant cards here, not taking action, but I do feel too like they're still kind of stuck. She's still kind of stuck on him on a to a certain level though. I will say it is to just a certain level because it's the Page of Cups. The Magician, the Six of what made her reach? She reached out to you, CC. Like, what made her do that? And my thing is this, how would she get in contact with you if they're not around each other? Like the Eight of Pentacles, the Fool. I clarify the Six of Wands. Oh, wait, let me see. He had a sister. He had a sister that come through for him. Oh. Oh. Oh, shit. No, he did. Oh, my God. See, these. Oh, my God. Some of these people will fucking just make anything up. Yeah, there's conflicts here with the Six of Wands and the Five of Swords. I mean, the Five of Wands. There's issues here. There's drama. I feel like the Two of Wands being here is like there's still more left to be seen in this connection. Like and the thing is, I don't have any romantic cards. So this lets me know, like, it's just kind of like when you have that attachment to someone because there is history, like energetically, you're still attached to them. That's what I get from them. I do feel, and I'm just being honest, if he were to have his shit together or get his shit, like, get his life right, she would, like, work things out with him. She would. Oh, shit. Okay, that makes sense. Not knowing, and yeah. That makes sense because I was like, wait, why? How the fuck did this happen? I do feel like if he were to have his shit together, she would. Um, but she knows that he's in this energy. The Fool just doesn't care. Like, the Fool sometimes very carefree, careless, um, just going about their business, focusing on them. I feel like he may be someone that's selfish, to be honest. And even if he points the finger at other people for things that have happened to him, I don't think that's 100% true. The Three of Cups, show me with the Page of Wands. Yeah, he probably out already just dealing with somebody else, if I'm being honest. With this Page of Wands and the Three of Cups, like he could already be out, like trying to fulfill spaces in his heart that will never be fulfilled because he has to heal or at least work on himself with other people. Like he's kind of just trying to fill those spaces with other people. Um, Yeah, she probably is. Like I said, I do feel like she still has, but this is the thing. I don't get like, it's just history, is what I'm saying, is what I would say. And this is why they say a lot of times you got to forget the history with people because sometimes that word or like that intention or that connection kind of keeps you stuck when really it should be over. So I feel like he's gonna reach back out to you. I really do. In the last spread I got that he will. He's in a very pagey energy. So very childish, and to me a lot of times that tells me like he's not really thinking that anything serious is happening. So yeah, not in love with him. Yeah, that makes sense. Why that energy is there. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, she said she has something out. Okay, right, I read that. He must be dumb as fuck. He just don't get his shit together. And that's crazy to me because when I read and then like people just change, whew, I'm like, yo, y'all went from being this thing to that. But that's why I say people change. Like you change, it's not the energy that changes. Alright, Jay, if you're here, you can post. Give me 1 second. All right, I'm back. So IJ, I'm gonna do it for you, but just for future references because it's kind of like a general question. Um, Unless you want to change it to something specific, whether it's career, love. But yeah, it will be considered under. I'll do it now, but just for so you know, for the future, I'll be considered under a general question. All right, so let's see. What does IJ need to know at this time? What does IJ need to know at this time? What does IJ need to know at this time? All right, we got the lovers in the reverse, okay? The Six of Wands. The King of Cups in the reverse. So this to me feels the lovers in the reverse talks about disalignment, not being in harmony. You are showing up as the King of Cups in the reverse, so I'm seeing like a bit of like I don't want to say moodiness, but not being clear like internally, like your inner self is not feeling 100% clear about how things are going. It feels like very up and down though because we do have the Six of Wands in the middle. The Lovers card to me in the reverse, it does talk about self-love. So it's almost to me feels like you needing to be compassionate with yourself, nurturing yourself, kind of forgetting about outside people in general and just taking care of you. There may be some misalignment within yourself because maybe you are too focused on things that are, or you're seeing things outside of you when you know everything is within you, right? Um, so yeah, I'm getting that like needing to nurture yourself, give attention to yourself, focus on you. And you know, I'm a big believer that when you focus on you, everything else follows. So if you're in this balance of, to me, I feel like it's all about filling your cup, doing things that make you happy, focusing on you. You know, doing things that have nothing to do with any, whether it's, you know, like not, or like your career, you know, goals, like just you nurturing, taking care of you. To me, that's 75%. Everything else is 25%. So there may be like the scale, you have to balance it out. Maybe you're pouring too much on the other things and not on yourself and needing to kind of get back to you. Um, Show me more, Spirit. Yeah, the Page of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and the Moon. So I am seeing, yeah, so the Page of Cups is all about your creativeness, like creative opportunities. Listening to your intuitive messages. What is your intuition telling you? Um, I am seeing some happy surprises coming in, the possibility of some happy surprises. This is also my dreamer card, you know, dream of, you know, what is it? The impossible is possible or whatever. I don't even know how to say the saying right now, but I think, you know, this also talks about, again, sensitivity, tapping more into your sensitive side when it comes to you. Because the Knight of Cups is here, and at first I was like, okay, like what are we talking about, love? But the moon is right after that. So again, it's like about nurturing yourself, following your heart when it comes to you, being patient with yourself, focusing on like romancing yourself. Um, yeah, like being your own shining armor is what I'm getting. Like Prince Charming. The moon is about the illusions, the subconscious, this could be about dreams, but things that you're not seeing, that will be revealed soon. But again, there's a need to like nurture yourself. All right, anything else for it? I've been starting to get more back into focus on me. This is just confirmation. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, the devil is here with the justice card. So I feel like I always say the devil to me, especially with the spread that's here. I feel like this is the good like thoughts and then the bad thoughts. So there will be some type of balance, or you may need to, like, maybe right now there is an imbalance with your thoughts too. So we know that I don't feel like you have to check every single thought that comes through, but if you're in a constant energy of need or want, then a lot of times that causes imbalance, that causes negative cycles of thinking, or like going down a rabbit hole. So needing to, yeah, I'm just getting like needing to balance your scales in more than one way. So that's what I have for you, IJ, for your first question. All right, let's see. All right, how does IJ's team think he should get back into alignment with self? Like, you have the Hermit, the Nine of Pentacles. So this is a lot of like soul searching, self work. You're getting kind of like, you have the Five of Swords, the Three of Swords. So kind of almost the same energy I was getting from the last part, like nurturing you, focusing on you again. Like, just, I feel like that if it's almost like there is no detail to give when it comes to like focusing on you, because it's all internal work. It's the soul searching, it's the introspection that you have when it comes to you. Focus on who you want to be, remembering that you are self-sufficient, that you are self-abundant, that you are that you're kind of nurture yourself, right? Whether it's working out, whether it's having good meals, watching your favorite shows, kind of like this is all your consciousness, right? Your inner guidance, listening to your inner voice, your intuition. Um, Going quiet, right? Not needing to do or make any moves towards anything right now, just going quiet. Like, see how things flow back to you if you do go quiet. So, like, if you're more commonly, or like, if you're used to being the one that reaches out, like, whether it's, to Nat, to other people, family, friends, try it. See how long it goes before you hear from anyone when you go quiet. I feel like that will bring you a lot of introspection of where things are at for you, where you can just navigate it to like flip the script, so that it is more balanced towards you. Because I think right now you may be pouring too much outside of you and not enough towards you, where you have to balance that out. Because anytime that, it doesn't matter whether you're a man or woman, if you're pouring out too much towards that other person, it's going to cause imbalance. Also getting mental clarity, because to me the Five of Swords a lot of times feels like, for me, when getting mental clarity to me could be with like meditation, even reading a book, listening to music, like just trying to clear that, let go of the clutter. Like you need to, I'm sorry, you need to declutter um from some, yeah, mental thoughts that could be negative. The Three of Swords is here. For me, this is about emotional pain. So again, I think that this is a, like, I don't like to say shadow work, because shadow work to me is a hard, and I talked to some of my tarot friends about shadow work, and like we all can agree, like shadow work is so different for everyone, so it's hard to say what you have to work on. Only you will know. So like take literally going and like decide, like writing and being like, what are the negative, right, aspects of me, or things that I feel don't benefit me, that I need to change. And then whatever those negative things are, then write the total opposite and then focus on that. The Queen of Swords is here with the Eight of Wands. To me, the Queen of Swords is all about setting boundaries, being unbiased, again, being independent, being direct with communication, and I do see you being clear minded coming up too. Just remember, everything is your perception, so how you're perceiving things is how they'll continue to show up for you. Um, and then the Eight of Wands to me is all about focusing on movement, like things that move you, things that um making quick decisions, not sitting on decisions that you should be making, not procrastinating, because this is fast movement, right? This also talks about manifestations. I feel like the more you kind of focus on you, and again, my assumption, um, the more you focus on you, the more things come towards you. And I just feel like, because you become a magnet at that point. So, and that's what you want to be. Show me more. And also communicating clearly what you want from people. Um, That's too much, Spirit. Anything else for IJ? Yeah, see, the Nine of Wands to me is being protective of your energy. Um, it's about being cautious, but also just having a small wall up. Like not being so accessible to people that you don't feel that you have that complete access to. um and standing your ground when you're setting these boundaries. I feel like with the Chariot being here, this is all about movement. It's all about your willpower, your determination. Don't sit on things that you've been procrastinating on for months and wondering why a lot of change hasn't happened. So yeah, that's what I'm getting. So that's what I have for you, IJ. I hope that was helpful. You're welcome. Thank you. All right, let me do my Etsy order. Let's see. Who is that? Let's see. No, shit. Source should not. Gypsy, you can post your question. I'm just doing this Etsy order. Girl, I was telling my best friend yesterday, one of my girls was on, and I was like, yo, I was so tempted, and then she texted me, and I was like, thank God she texted me. I mean, I wasn't even really, like, tempted, like, real bad, but, yeah. Hold on 1 second, okay? All right, so back to, all right, let's see. Let's see. I'm going to change the deck. All right, this is for Gypsy. What are the Libra's feelings towards Gypsy? What are the Libra's feelings towards Gypsy? What are the Libra's feelings towards Gypsy? Okay. Wait. The Nine of Swords, the Four of Wands, the Knight of Wands. You're still off social media, right? Because I'm getting stressed out, sleepless nights, anxiety could be a bit of like despair here. I'm feeling like he wants to reunite back with you with the Four of Wands. To me, this is about coming together. This is about reuniting. It's like you feel like home to him, so he's wanting to come back in. The Knight of Wands shows me that he is in this energy of like, I'm gonna rush in, I'm gonna take that chance, and I'm just gonna go for it. But then we have the Nine of Wands, the Page of Swords, the Ten of Cups. The Nine of Wands is letting me know that he's kind of like, This feels like, let me just clarify because I want to make sure that I'm getting. It's what I'm getting. I'm getting like that energy where you're like, okay, she wants to like go MIA. Well, I'm gonna be MIA too. But it's like at the same time he's like still peeking in to see what you're up to see if you're gonna post, to see if you're gonna be back on. Show me the Nine of Wands. Yeah, like the Three of Swords. So this is what I'm getting. And whatever, like, how he's feeling, and like, let's just say he does decide to be like, you know what, the next time she comes on, I'm gonna block her. I don't think that's what, I'm just giving you an example. Or like, you know what, she wants to like be like that, she wants to go MIA. Well, I'm not gonna reach out, right? But this is the thing, deep down he's feeling hurt, he's feeling sorrow, he's feeling, sadness because he cannot keep up with you. um so he was definitely, I think that this is good because I think that he was using social media to keep up with you. Hi Jess, how are you? Show me the Page of Swords. Look, the Judgment with the Two of Cups. I feel like he's gonna go through some type of like breakthrough where he's gonna be like, damn, she's really my perfect match, and like I need to make something happen here. So I'm also getting like, when it comes to like the deep feelings, like let's just say you're in love with him, like he's feeling the same exact way. There's mutual attraction here, mutual love. The Ten of Cups to me is like how he views you, like to me is the end all be all. Like you will be the perfect person to have a family with, to settle down, to have that emotional stability. This is also a card of dreams coming true. So you to me fit his total like package, like the total picture of who he could see his future with. Um Anything else? We got the Queen of Cups. So he views as very loving, very nurturing, very beautiful. Look, the Nine of Cups. I'm telling you, I feel like he views you as the total package. Like, I think that he has the issue with settling down because to me, you are showing up as the person he will settle down with. You're very loving. You're very intuitive. You kind of know him. You know if something is wrong before he even tells you. And the Nine of Cups is again wish fulfillment, a dream come true. It's like, let's just say you just have one thing that that's missing for him, right? Because let's be real, not everybody's gonna be perfect, but he's still like, I don't give a fuck, she fits the total package. So that's what I get from him. A lot of emotions here. And you got just about, yeah, you have the wands, the swords, the cups. Um, Wands, swords, cups. What am I missing here? Pentacles is the only thing that I don't have here, which is cool. It's all right because I'm getting action. I'm also getting like mental anguish plus feelings. So that is good. Yeah, I couldn't think. I'm like, what is the other one? So that's what I have for you, boo. You're welcome. Yeah, he's in his feelings for sure. He's in his feelings. He's like, where the fuck she at? Well, he could just call you. You're welcome and thank you. All right, Jess, you can post. You are like what color blue? The other day my nephew had on like the blue, like the M&M blue, and I was calling him an M&M. And then I was like, oh shit. So just for general reads, they're now there. I did a post yesterday. I don't know if you read it, but starting today, general readings are not considered under mini readings anymore. Um, so I'll do it for you now, but just know for like the future, general readings will now only be considered under like the in-depth or in-depth plus. All right, let me get. All right, general read for Jess. Yeah, I put up a few posts yesterday. Well, they were late. It was late. Alright, let's see. Total reading for Jess. Oh, you got baby blue on? Alright, you got the Ten of Wands, the King of Cups, the Three of Wands, the Star. Oh my god, my ear is ringing and it's like clogged. Like when it just goes like shut down or something. That's way too many cards. The Empress. So I have the Ten of Wands. To me, the Ten of Wands is all about burdens, extra responsibilities, feeling like you're working hard. Why is okay? Feeling like you're working hard. This is also a card of completion. So like a tough cycle kind of coming to an end. You have the King of Cups here. So this is, it could be someone else, it could be you being emotionally balanced, very compassionate, diplomatic, very much in control. Someone who's supportive, a supportive leader is what I'm getting. So this could either be someone that's coming in that's this way, or this could be you that's going to be more into this energy. The Three of Wands is here, which is all about like preparation. It's all about progress. You know, your ship's coming in. This is also about growth, right? Expanding. Um, and I'm seeing also like new opportunities coming in. You do have the Star here, which is to me is about hope. It's about calmness, faith. It's about healing. It's also a card of wish fulfillment. So you may have like some type of wish fulfillment coming in, but I'm also getting spiritual fortune. You do have the Four of Cups here in the center. So let's see. The Justice card is here. I feel, to me, the Four of Cups sometimes could come in as someone who is kind of rejecting offers or feeling like, I don't want this. I'm feeling disconnected. So if you are feeling disconnected coming up, just know it's not, it's very temporary because you do have the Justice card, which talks about things balancing out, right? Um, Doing things like in the right way, being fair when you're making decisions as well. I have the Empress here. So you, to me, this is you. You're showing up as the Empress, very abundant, very nurturing. This also talks about fertility, being very much in your feminine energy, right? Like nurturing you. I'm also seeing development and growth, like yourself, like internally. Um, and you're kind of just in this energy of like taking action towards things that you want. Show me more here. You got Three Cups. Feeling disconnected. Yeah, sometimes it gets like that with the Seven of Swords. So I feel like there's someone, I don't want to say your friend circle because I do see you like going out having fun, but someone that I want to say this feels like secretly wants to build with you, but it feels like someone that you may have either like, you know, small talk with or like a friend coming up, like someone is going to be, and it's a male, it's a masculine energy, someone that's going to be showing up as a friend, but deep down really just have a crush on you and they want to build with you. Maybe just a little afraid to say. Yeah, look, the King of Swords. I just wanted to clarify if it was a masculine energy. And I'm getting yes. Someone who's gonna be clear with their intentions though. So that's what I'm getting. Are you feeling like disconnected, like in general, or like from certain things? I think I would literally was telling my best friend that yesterday, I think it was, yeah, last night, because I was doing like a coaching call with her, and I was like, yo, it's so crazy because I feel like just like maybe like 3 weeks, even a month, let's say a month ago, I felt so disconnected from like, my wishes and like, like what I'm trying to like create in general. And now I feel so connected to them. Like they feel close, like where they felt kind of like this, like far away, unreachable. And it's like a weird, like, I don't know how to even explain it now because it just felt odd. It's an odd, like, feeling. It felt like it was outside of me. And, you're not supposed to feel like that about anything because it's all within you. But, yeah. And thank you, Jess. Do any of you eat squid? No, squid. 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 I like squid.
For their birthday because they're gonna love it, and so will you, and so do I. So this client ordered a cake, and they wanted a really colorful and fun cake, and they wanted to just be covered in all of her daughter's favorite things. She gave me like such an extensive list.
Oh, yeah, this was cute.
Random things she likes, so I just tried to put a ton of them on here. So
I saw this one already.
I don't know who needs to. Look, I know this look like a 40-year-old man, but I promise y'all, it's a YN up under all this damn hair. I started by chopping the tree. I now hurry up too, just in case he said he wanted to change his mind.
You haven't, IJ? I thought you would try that.
So y'all know I got my plans. That boy was growing hair all down his neck. I had to pull the damn cake down. My dog looked like he probably did like 4 or 5 months without a haircut. That shit crazy. After I got done shaving the beads off his neck and lining him up, I immediately went to cut that shit off the side of his face. That facial hair make him look old as hell, like he like 45 or something. I was working hard as hell. My floor was full of hair. I had to sweep like 3 times. And as y'all can see, as I'm lining him up, he already starting to look young. Once I got the facial hair out the way, I had to prep it for the hot towel. And that towel was hot. With 3 H's. But that shit was so hot, I had to take a water break. As I got done burning his flesh, I had to freeze his stuff. So I got a little taste of my own medicine in my damn eye. But that didn't stop me. I just turned the fan off and kept going crazy. Because I had to give him that crispy chicken. 10 piece all flat with a mixed drink.
No, this is funny. Alright, IJ, you can post when you're ready.
He's definitely probably about to get out of my chair and go break somebody. Not that I recommend that, but my haircut to make you want to. I already know I had to use that Rich Roots all-in-one conditioner too. All natural, smell good, and you can get a discount.
Yo, it's crazy how much a haircut can make a man look different. Yo, this video is funny. I gotta follow her. She's funny.
But I got him right though. So if you're trying to get fresh like this, click the link in my bio for more great haircut transformations. Look, I know this look like a 40-year-old man, but I promise y'all, it's a YN up under all this damn hair. I'll start. chopping the tree. I now hurry up too, just in case he said he wanted to change his. Gotta cut that
Wait,
shit.
who?
And he said he wanted to do a high taper, so y'all know I got my plans. That boy was.
Wait, who are we talking about? What is she plotting now?
My dog looked like he probably did like 4 or 5 months without a haircut. That shit crazy. After I got done shaving the beady dudes off his neck.
Oh, the Aries? I got you right now. Let's see. Alright, let's see. What is the Aries plotting now? I've been seeing her latest post, but I get no sense. Alright, let's see. What is the crazy Aries plotting now? Alright, let's see. The devil is here. The Ace of Cups. I feel like she's trying to get someone's attention. I don't think it's you. I feel like it's a past like ex. Like she's doing things to prove a point because the Ace of Cups is here. So it's like, show me this Five of Cups. This could also be her trying to prove a point to her person's ex. Because the Ace of Cups tells me there's love, a lot of love here. This feels like a new romance that's fulfilling, but she's trying to make someone feel some type of way. It doesn't feel like it's you. I just asked where they said no. It feels like, yeah, I don't know. I want to clarify this by the Fool. See, yeah, there goes her childish center. Is this in regards to her person's ex? Is this in regards to her person's ex? Yeah, like the Magician. So she's plotting against someone, her person's ex. Um, she's trying to make sure that they can see what she's posting. So these posts are not just posts that she's just like, I just want to post this. No, she's posting specific things because she wants it to be seen. Show me more, Spirit. The Ten of Wands. The Eight of Swords. Yeah, she's in her head. I don't know if she feels like maybe her person, yeah, like the impulsive energy. I don't know if she feels like maybe her person is still attached to the ex. I don't feel like he is though, but I think that she's in her head with negative thoughts, keeping herself trapped. She's causing more burdens on herself than she needs to. So yeah, these feel like very like thought out impulsive plans. I know impulsiveness is just something you do, but it does feel like she's being impulsive, but making sure that whatever she posts, it is for people to see. The Three of Wands is here with the Strength card. I feel like at some point she'll just get over it. At some point she'll get over it and be more emotionally balanced when it comes to this. But yeah, this definitely has a lot to do with her current situation. Um, how is she feeling about IJ? So I asked how she feels about you. I feel like she feels like, to me, the pages are like when something that could have started never got started. That's how she's feeling right now. At least right now. This is what we're getting. Like something that could have, I think it's like a could have, should have, would have type of energy. So yeah, that's what I'm getting. You're welcome. All right, guys, I'm gonna head out. I'll be back later. Not sure what time because I've got yeah, the rest of my day is pretty full, but I will be back on at some point, maybe for like another short little live. So I will see you guys. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.